bitch. I'm sick of these Dolphins.
And now, it's time for another episode of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show. A show made by 12s from around the world, for 12s from around the world. I'm Mosette, and here's your host, and my dad, the self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity.
Yes, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses, and welcome to episode 1206, a very special Dolphins edition of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show, as your first-place Seattle Seahawks get ready to take on the Miami Dolphins. So do yourself a favor, grab a sin or beverage of your choice. Please put your tray table up and the seat back in the full upright position. Put your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times. So what can I tell you? It's time to squish the fish. That's right. We have a very interesting posse for this show this evening. We'll start with the ones you know and the ones you don't know. For the ones you know, there's Dustin over there. Hi, Dustin.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Well, nothing. Just I got nothing. Nothing for you. Not interested. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Kona's not even up here.
Nothing.
For nothing, folks.
Nothing.
Yeah,
All right. Well, then
Kona's not even up here to.
that's why you watch the show, for stuff like that.
Yeah.
The hard hitting. Nothing. All right.
Yeah.
So
Inspirational.
Speaking of nothing, hi Will. Will's here. Hi Will.
Hi, Moses. How are you?
Nothing. What's going on, Will?
Well, Moses, I got to tell you, if I have one more spider build a freaking web right outside my door, I'm going to take off and nuke the entire site from orbit just to be sure.
We were just talking about those tonight at the birthday party for my girlfriend, Sean. We were just talking about these Chinese spiders, I guess, are coming across on the boats. And they said these huge Chinese spiders are coming over. And I started laughing. I had a
They're
vision.
eating the dogs.
That's
They're eating the cats.
The image I had was these spiders on the bow of the ship as it's coming in, and they're all waving their little American flags, going, "Yay!
We made it!
We're here,
Well,
America!"
Moses, well, let me tell you, I mean, the worst part about it is this is their mating season. So you don't just have spiders all over the place, but they're horny.
There's nothing worse than a horny spider. But anyway, speaking of horny spiders, my son, Lil Mo. Hi.
No.
How's it going, Lil Mo?
Fine.
Fine. What's going on? Anything exciting? Where you at?
No, not really. It's finally raining.
It's finally raining. We just started here. It just ended here. Now I sent it to you.
Yeah, I got my first day off this week, so that's fun.
Well, that's exciting. Long week. He's a working man now. He's a working man now. Yeah. So, and then we have someone that we haven't really done this very much. We've done it every once in a while on the show, but this is the first time doing it, I think, in Zoom, maybe. I'm not sure about that either.
I think so.
And this is to have somebody from the other team, friend of ours, a dear friend of mine, who happens to be a fan of the other team, and we always talk about having a good time. And she's a great friend of mine. She's also happened to be the sister-in-law of my girlfriend. That's Trinity Downing. Trinity, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Mo.
All the way from Pennsylvania.
All the way from Pennsylvania.
That's right.
How are you guys doing today?
All right. Hey, it's going to rain there in a couple of days. We'll just tell you because it's coming your way. But
oh, we need it.
More of that hard-hitting analysis, Moses?
Yeah.
Do what?
More of that hard-hitting analysis
More of that hard-hitting analysis. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what we got on this show. So we're going to go to the show.
Look who joined me.
Oh. Who's that? Is that dude? Oh, wait. What's going on? Is your mom here? Oh,
yeah.
What? What's
There's
that?
a delivery.
A delivery for Lil Mo. Who's it from?
She has a Dan Marino jersey on. You got any comments on that?
No.
She hates Dan Marino.
He was the best part of it.
Go ahead and open it up. Let's see what this is. This is a special delivery for Lil Mo. Live.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I can't see your reaction.
It fell.
I already see it, and I hate it.
What is it?
I can see the number.
What is it? It's a Myers jersey, your favorite player.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I love it so much. I'll give it to the cat to piss on.
Wow. Congratulations, Little Mo.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
After that joke I made last week, I said I'd send you a present. So
There is. So before
Now
we
you
go
need to get it
forward,
autographed.
So before we go to the format, I do want to touch base with Trinity real quick. Tell us a little bit about you and your how you became a Dolphin fan, and just a little bit about yourself or what you want us to know.
Okay. I'm getting ready to start hunting season tomorrow morning. So right after this, I'm hitting the rack.
Excellent.
I'll be getting up, getting in full camo gear, heading out to the deer blind, and gonna go shoot Bambi.
All right, go get Bambi.
Bitch had it coming.
Yeah. Having it with a fish sandwich. No. Facts. That was Phantom, by the way. No, I became a fan in '72. We were stationed in Germany. If you know anything about Armed Forces Network, if back in the '70s they showed winning teams. I was real young. We loved to fish and hunt. I love to fish. I've been a fan ever since. Won't get off the team, so here I am.
Excellent. That's
Yeah.
a great story. That's a great story. Awesome. Well, we look forward to having a Dolphin perspective during the show. It's something new, kind of new for us. Like I said, we've done this before, but we're really looking forward to it because I know you're a diehard Dolphin fan, so it should be a good time. So let's see how this show is actually going to be run.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, the 12-man Fan Jam show format is as follows. We have 4 quarters and a halftime. Quarter 1 is news. Will set us up with the news. Quarter 2 is the last game that we played. We'll talk about last week's victory over the Patriots, and we'll talk to Trinity a little bit about how your team did last week as well. And we'll have our possibly prediction challenge answers there. Of course, halftime is the best Seahawk themed trivia game on the internet. Of course, 12-man Fan Jam show, halftime trivia
of the world.
And Dustin has, quite frankly, dominated the start of the season. So
as expected.
You're still young.
Yeah.
Second half of the show is all about the Dolphins and the Seahawks. We're going to talk about that next game. We're going to give you a bunch of information. We're going to have a sermon. We're going to have Trinity kind of tell us her side of that game and what she thinks are keys for the Dolphins to win. We put all that together. We'll have predictions, prognostications, and game balls for you, that game between your Seahawks and those Miami Dolphins. Before we do all that, we'd like to remind you we are on the old social media. You can find us on X at 12-man Fan Jam Show. You can find us at TikTok a little bit at the 12-man Fan Jam Show as well. We are in Facebook. We encourage you to join Facebook. We have a game day thread that is always fun to get on and comment during the games. You can see, so I think Maddie said last week, you can really tell how different we are here talking about the game from last week and actually during the game when we're just screaming and cussing and complaining. And that's a 12-man Fan Jam Show.
A little sneak peek of my Madden thing. I would love to see Twitter after this game.
Oh, okay.
That
should be interesting. That should be interesting. Should be.
That's
That's
called
in the fourth
teaser.
quarter. Oh, also, by the way, real quick in the fourth quarter, well, let me get through this. You email us at 12manfanjamshow@gmail.com. And, of course, you're watching us on our YouTube channel, The Seahawk Positivity. Now, there's one thing I want to do before we get too carried away here. Fourth quarter, Lil Mo does his Madden simulation game. He tells us how it went. And I always eat a pizza that's kind of themed for the team we're playing. So I try to do something different. And this week I did tuna because Dolphins save tuna, tuna. And I want to tell you something. I just heated this thing up right before the show. And I had to put the cover on because that smell was disgusting. So we might have a first tonight, but
Tuna fish probably needed more mayonnaise.
Oh, stop it. All right. Enough about tuna fish, and let's get to the first quarter. Oh, and mayonnaise. And let's get to the show. First quarter with news. News from around the world with Will Harrison, our News Hawk. Will, what you got for us?
Well, Moses, Thursday night's game featured the Jets beating up on the New England Patriots, and Jets rookie running back Braylon Allen had a pretty good performance. He ran 11 times for 55 yards. And he was crowing a little bit after the game because, he is a rookie. He was taken with the 134th pick, which I'm not sure what round that is, but I know it's not the first.
Yeah.
While responding to a question about why he fell so far in the draft, he said it was about his decision not to run the 40-yard dash at either the scouting combine or Wisconsin's pro day. Quote, everyone wanted to see me run in my underwear to decide if I was a good football player. He decided not to run in his underwear, but
I like it.
Seems to be paying off for him so far.
Wow. He thinks we're just watching him run in his underwear.
Well,
Yeah,
was it Chris Jones who popped out?
I was just about to say that.
His shorts. He was running.
It was Chris Jones.
no.
His dingling popped out.
It did. It did.
I have heard people call it the underwear Olympics. The combine.
This is true. Very true.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not gonna comment on running in your underwear. I said this today at school though, because and I don't know why I'm bringing that together. I know that's a weird combo, but wait, so hear me out.
I'm worried about this segue.
About running. We did an algebra question about running, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and the teacher was like, 3 hours, that's pretty average or whatever. I said, I turned to the kids, I said, if you ever see me running, you better just run. And
you better go.
Don't question, if you see me running, just go. Because the only time I'm running is something's coming our way, and you got to get out of the way. And they all laugh, but I'm like, if I'm running, it's not underwear. It's like, we did the 40.
Underwear or not.
Yeah, if you see me running, you better just go.
That guy's just really full of himself. Wait, what? Is he on the Jets? Did you say?
Yeah.
Him and Aaron Rodgers is a great match.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But
full of themselves.
It's like that scene from Superbad where he's running from the cops and he stops. And he goes, "Should I run?" He says, "Yes," and they take off. That's kind of what I would be like. But Trinity, any comment on 40-yard dashes in underwear?
Only from college.
Only from college. Only from college. Nice. Will, what else you got for us?
Well, Moses, in the 2023 NFL draft, the Seahawks rather notably passed on defensive tackle Jalen Carter instead of picking Devon Witherspoon with the 5th overall selection.
Right.
And, both players had a very good rookie year. So, it's not a case of one team paying for it last year. But, the reason why Seattle passed on Carter had nothing to do with his performance on the field, but his temperament off the field. Mm-hmm. And we may have just seen our first indication that was a wise choice. You watched the Monday Night Football game between the Eagles and the Falcons. You may have noticed that Jalen Carter was not on the field for the first drive. That is because he was benched for the beginning of the game as a disciplinary move by the Eagles, as Carter reportedly came late to a team-related event last week. So he did end up playing the game, and nothing notable there. But he had one tackle. He has 4 on the season. He also was involved in the play that injured Packers quarterback Jordan Love in the first week.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
So it's going to be interesting. This is something to keep our eyes on going forward.
It is, and it was a big controversy when we had our draft shows that year, and I think Lil Mo was pretty much, I don't care, I want Carter, right?
Well, I was sort of, but I was also like taking a risk at a top 5 pick is,
Yeah. So Trinity, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? If you have a player like a Jalen Carter who's going to be a possible Pro Bowl defensive lineman, but has a bunch of baggage, and you have another guy that's going to be, how do you, is that part of your decision if you were there?
Well, we'll kind of have that situation in Miami now because we picked up the Penn State defensive end, Chalks. And I think that he comes with a little baggage coming from Penn State. You bring that up. That brings up a very good point. So, yeah, I was kind of happy about it, but I was kind of worried about it too. So,
I think it's also the position.
Sometimes you take a chance with it and you give him an opportunity to change his ways, but then you take into account, you take somebody like Ricky Williams, and then you take a chance. You got a great running back but then you also got a wishy-washy player who decides to retire in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is
I
true.
think also the risk and reward there, like we're talking about a guy he's gonna be your first round pick. So this is a big deal.
And a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be like fifth or sixth round, yeah, I say go for it. Fifth and sixth round. It's low risk, high reward. We brought some guys in.
But those high rewards, I mean, you take Ricky Williams as a great example. He played,
he was very high
and retired.
Yeah.
He retired to go smoke dope in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I
then
get
he
it.
came back and played a little bit more and then retired again.
Well, even like Jamarcus Russell, who just didn't care about improving himself, you know.
Yeah. Great example.
That
Great
guy's
example.
own life coach gave up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and I don't. Of course, I don't think any of us want Jalen Carter anybody to fail.
Right. No. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
no, that's not what
if he
anyone's
is going
saying.
to fail, I would rather it happen with a different team.
But
I want him to do it versus the Seahawks. I would like him to fail, but
we want everyone to fail against the Seahawks. But
yeah.
But we'll have to keep our eye on that little story because that's an interesting one because that's a very hot topic from the draft year for Seahawk fans around, kind of divided on whether you should or shouldn't take Carter based on what we've seen based
and
on
I'll
his
say,
first round.
He fell to the 9th pick, which was a fault. And the team that drafted him was the Eagles, and they were already a good team. So they were able to take a chance on someone like Jalen Carter.
If Jalen Carter didn't work out, we're going to hurt him.
Yeah.
We made kind of a weird decision too, though. I mean, I don't think anybody thought we were taking a defensive back in the first round. So that was out of nowhere. But he's a good player.
Yeah. Trinity?
Well, see, fortunately, I live here near Philly, so I hear all of the Eagles news.
Oh, that's right.
And
I bet.
And see, I hear them talking about them constantly on the television, around the office, and
fun with sports radio that game Monday night.
No, I do not listen to sports radio. I'm not a glutton for punishment. Because they're talking about Tua constantly, and I can't listen to it. No, it breaks my heart.
That's a tough thing. It really is. Well, Will, thank you so much for the news.
Anytime, Moses.
And we'll end the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, bitches.
All right, first quarter's over. We're going to talk about Dolphins coming up very soon. But before we do that, we want to look back last week. Now, we're going to go back and look at the Patriots game. We're going to let Trinity look back on the Dolphins game from last week a little bit as well and see how we did our posse prediction challenge. It's very, very interesting. I will just say that up front. And we'll do all of that right after this. You're watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Why not? Don't cost that. But yeah. Don't cost nothing. We'll be right back. Maybe I don't know.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
I like it.
It's the second quarter.
Yes, welcome to the second quarter of episode 1216, the Dolphin edition, as you notice, of our 12-Man Fan Jam. Look at Lil Mo, he's wearing a jersey.
Aww.
That's so nice. That's so nice.
I don't know what dummy spent money on this crap.
I'm Lil Mo. That's Lil Mo. I'm Moses. Of course, there's Dustin, Will, and of course our guest Trinity. Trinity, if I may share, you have two dogs.
I do.
They're wonderful dogs, and their names are
Hooch and Whiskey.
Hooch and Whiskey. Great names. Whiskey's here with us, but Hooch is with you.
That is correct.
Whiskey absolutely, like my whole left side of my face when I saw Whiskey, just licked to death, just constant. Like I didn't have to shave or nothing. It was just like,
oh, nice.
But anyway, but enough about that. We want to talk about the game coming up. But before we do that, we want to look back at last week. Seattle wins 26-20 at overtime. Trinity, how did the Dolphins do last week?
They lost 31-10.
Ooh, against who?
Against the Bills.
Against the Bills.
On
that's
Thursday
right.
night.
Thursday night football. That's right. And then we had the issue with Tua. What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Tua went down in the third quarter with another concussion, his third in 2 years.
Yeah.
We're kind of concerned. There's been a lot of talk about possibility of medical retirement. Mike McDaniel's leaving that up to Tua. Tua still thinks he can play. He's talking to a lot of neurologists. We'll let that happen the way that happens. Skylar Thompson is on deck to be our starting quarterback going up against the Seahawks on Sunday. I've watched Skylar play. I really hope Tyler Huntley that we picked up from the Ravens practice squad.
I was waiting for something good to come out.
Fair enough. I think
Pro Bowler comes in and knocks Skyler away for a while, and starts picking your defense apart. Just saying, we do have an amazing offense. It's a very fast offense. Mostert, Achane,
a lot of weapons.
Wilson.
Unbelievable.
Our 3 running backs are just spot on.
Unbelievable.
And even if the Legion of Boom was in there, I think you guys would still have a hard time defending that.
It would be hard.
Firecracker offense.
Yeah, I agree.
Can't teach speed.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, it's but with Skylar leading it, I'm not so sure it's going to be as difficult for you guys as I would hope.
I can only imagine the kind of trash Sherman would be talking to him.
I'm being honest about it because that's who I am.
Sure.
I want to say that we're going to come in there and just stomp all over you. But with Skylar leading it, no way.
Yeah.
If it was Tua back there, I would be sitting here telling you guys to look out.
Yeah, right.
But it's not.
I just
telling Tua to look out.
Tua.
Yeah, and we had a guy, Chris Carson, a couple years ago that went through some major, was it neck, I think?
Neck, yeah.
And we were on this. And we were on this show, Trinity. Chris Carson is a great running back, 1,000-yard back. He was a wonderful running back, a great guy. But all of us were saying, dude, life is more important. And we were actually happy when Chris Carson retired, even though we're missing that great running back. But as far as Tua, dude, you've got your whole life ahead of you. And, I hate to see guys like this. And I've seen his concussions, and they're awful. Watching that his head on all of them comes flying back and nailing that ground.
And then he does this.
Yeah, and he does the hand thing. And you're like, not worth it, kid. So, but we wish him the best 1,000% either way. And, of course, we wish him the best. But part of us are really, I know with Chris Carson, we were like, please, Chris, we love you, but please.
I gotta ask you, is it weird to watch a left-hand quarterback play? Because every time I watch Tua play, I feel like I'm watching it backwards. It's weird.
It is weird. It's one of the greatest sensations in the world to see him turn the opposite direction and throw because it's like, oh.
Yeah. Well, see, we had Jim Zorn. That's when the Seahawks started, they had Jim Zorn. It's one of the reasons I'm a Seahawk fan, because I was left-handed and he was 7. I was 7 when they came in the league. And so Zorn being left-handed was part of that reason. But yeah, it's interesting to see. He's the only one in the league, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
All right. Yeah. After the last concussion, I was hoping he would retire, man. There's too much stuff with traumatic brain injuries and CTEs and things like that where you have the whole rest of your life.
He went down against Cincinnati?
Yeah.
He made that stand. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Because that's a pretty hardcore concussion that he got there.
Yeah.
And with these, and the thing is about these traumatic brain injuries and stuff like that too, and the concussions that you see, it's kind of like fighters. You see the ones that happen under the lights in their live. You see what's going on. You don't see all the things that happen in practice or training or whatever else where you might get popped in the head. And all those little factors, they accumulate and they really make a huge problem.
And it's not, you don't instantly get issues. It's 30, 40 years down the line.
Down the road.
You start seeing things.
Well, Zach Thomas from the Dolphins.
Absolutely.
He had a lot of concussions and he's having brain issues now. And he just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah. Not a surprise.
Yeah. And he's having a lot of brain issues and a lot of debilitating reactions from that as well. And he's talked about that with the Players Union. This is not something to play with from any. I don't care what team you're
No.
for. I really don't. When we're talking about the brain, Tua had the capability for the Dolphins to be another Marino. Just like Marino, he had that capability.
Sure.
If he could have stayed healthy, he was taking us there. This is the time. Medically retire. Be there for your family. Don't take that chance. Walk away healthy and be safe.
Exactly.
He's already going to have to monitor it. He's already going to have to monitor it.
So. Yeah. So, well, let's move on. Thank you. That was a lot of good stuff, Trinity, about the Dolphins. Appreciate that. Let's talk about the Seahawks winning in overtime last week against the Patriots, 26-20. Will, what are your thoughts about that game?
23-20, which
is... You're right, 23-20.
Which is important, as we will see in the end of this quarter. But, Moses, I tell you, that was probably Geno Smith's best game as a Seahawk.
Wow.
Because he was just on from start to finish, and he's the reason we won that game. I mean, he was under pressure for a good chunk of the game. I mean, Tomlinson and Mo's other favorite player, Anthony Bradford, were just not cutting it at the guard position.
That's his next jersey. Our
defense looked so dominant in the first week, had trouble. Honestly, we were just overpowered in the trenches, both offense and defense. And we gave up 180 rushing yards. It made Coach McDonald said later, it made him feel sick to his stomach. That makes two of us. But we were in that game, and defense, to their credit, they made plays when they had to. Byron Murphy got his sack, and Love got the blocked field goal, which kept it a 3-point game in regulation. But Geno Smith was money for the entire game.
And in a game where we needed him to be because we had lost our starting running back. And so, Geno's going to have to carry more of the load, and he did.
Well, and also starting running back, and then also lost our running game.
If Geno keeps playing like this, he's going to get that contract extension he wants.
Yeah, I think he will. Dustin, they did. It seemed to me that defensively, we kind of. My idea was, I thought, you want Jacoby Brissett to beat us, and then see that first half, it was going our way. We were getting a lot of pressure on. We weren't connecting, but we were making him run around. But wow, he was making plays, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of what he does, though. He doesn't turn the ball over a ton, so he protects it really well, puts in good places. So the odds of getting an interception from him were not high, but that doesn't mean that you can't make his life, difficult.
Right.
So make him put the ball in bad spots and things like that, even if you don't get an interception. But yeah, they did all right there.
Yeah.
Mafe, I think, got him in the first quarter, I want to say, kind of starting there, pushing him around, pressuring him. I wish they would have got home more. They had chances to. They just couldn't quite get there.
Well, then they started moving him to the left because he didn't want to go to his left. So we started pressuring him from this side, so he'd have to move to his left.
Yeah. And if it's effective, it's effective.
I agree.
But the run defense, man, that was just atrocious. That was bad. Not what they expected, not what they wanted. That's for sure. And then on the flip side, the offensive run game was non-existent, which is why Geno had to do what he did.
Yeah, no McIntosh at all. I thought at least they would with Charbonnet.
I know. I was very surprised about that.
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
I don't get that. McIntosh, Helani, we had options. Why not change things up if Charbonnet having so much trouble getting going? I did not.
Yeah, not only that. I mean, we have these guys, and McIntosh is a different type of runner than Charbonnet is. So if the style that Charbonnet is running in isn't successful because our offensive line is so porous and are not able to push, try a different style running back. See if he can find something that the other guy can't.
Exactly.
I was very surprised that they went that route. And I know you want to stick to it, and they say you stick to it, you keep doing it, eventually it'll work. At some point, you got to be like, okay, let's stick to the run, but maybe do something different with it.
Yeah.
Try something. And they didn't. And then Geno, he played great. He had 70-something% completion.
Looked great.
And that was with 5 drops.
Oh,
yeah. So he could have been more like 86%
those
completion
drops
rated or something.
Oh, those drops. Those drops were awful.
Yeah, and he looked great out there.
He did. Little Mo, did we forget anything?
Well, I was gonna say what's been the problem for the Seahawks for the last I've been watching has been not being able to cover the tight end, and that was the story of the first
That's
half.
true. Oh my gosh. What was that guy's
happen.
name?
Hunter
Henry.
Oh my God, he had 1 million catches for 2,000 yards.
I think he had 10 catches in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually, like, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
But I will say the type of running that the Patriots have, their running back is big, powerful guy, and we just got tired on defense is what it was.
Yeah.
We just got outpowered and we got tired, and that's
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right.
What we used to do with Marshawn Lynch, they were just
slow methodical beatdown, Trinity.
Except not as funny.
But at least you beat the Patriots.
There you go.
We on our side, the AFC side, we were grateful you beat the Patriots.
Absolutely.
It's always fun.
Anything we can do to help. Anything we can do to help out. Let's see how we did on our posse prediction challenge this week, shall we?
No.
Yes, the 2024 prediction challenge, Team Posse against Team 12. Let's see how we did last week, shall we? First off, for the score, wow. Statsman Mark and Will both had 23 points for Seattle. You got 3 points for that. Maddie had a 3-point Seahawk win. He got 2 points for that. And I gave Statsman Mark 23-16. It's a really good score. What's on the other side? Nothing. All right. Prognostications. Statsman Mark, 3 sacks. Yes. Will, 3 sacks. Yes. Me, decaf.
Decaf.
I'll take a decaf. Hold the liquor.
Decaf.
I'll take the Metcalf instead of the decaf.
Or you call him
DeKalen. And what's on the other side? Nothing. All
Nothing.
right.
Zero.
Game ball. Charbonnet. Why did I give Charbonnet a game ball? I have no idea. Oh, he scored a touchdown, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Oh.
Metcalf a game ball. Hall had an amazing game. JSA and the receivers. We didn't talk about the receivers. How great the receivers played. 10 catches, 13 catches. They were just all over the place. And Hall was amazing on defense. So I gave him a lot of things he didn't show up on the. If you didn't watch the game, you wouldn't know. But Hall was really a disruptive force on the line. So where does that leave us all? The over and under was 38.5. Everybody took over except for Jim and Will. So that leaves us
Eddie.
here.
And Matt.
And week 2 scores. Statsman Mark with 6.
Damn.
Wow.
Will with 5. Maddie and me with 3. Carrie, Lil Mo, Dustin with 2. And then those ones all belong to the other team, guys.
Nice.
Stop the count.
Overall, Statsman Mark with 8. Will with 7. Maddie with 4. Dustin with 4. Moses with 4. That's all us. There's no
Wow.
Then Chris with 3, Lil Mo pops right up with 2, and then everyone's at the bottom. Andy, Carey, are you ready for this? Here is where we stand after 2 weeks. 29-9. Now,
Stop the
That's the
count.
biggest lead we've ever had.
Trinity, I want to remind you, we've done this prediction challenge for about 10 years now. Well, almost 11 years. We've won once. The
And
year
it
we
triggered a
win,
pandemic.
as Will would be quick to point out, when we won, a month later we were in a pandemic. So don't get too excited about this.
We're well on our way to an apocalypse right now.
We are. So time will tell.
Extinction level event from this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so you're about to implode.
We're about to implode. We're going down in
all
the
likelihood.
submarine. And let's
Don't worry, we'll find a way to blow it.
We'll figure out how to blow it at halftime.
Holy shit, it's halftime!
Whoa, that's what she said.
All right. I know what I said. I stand by it.
At halftime.
It is halftime, and it is time for the best Seahawk-themed trivia game on the internet. I refer to 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
of the world.
And that is coming up right after this. We'll be back. It's time for a fish fry.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, welcome to America's favorite Seahawk-themed trivia game on the internet. I refer to 12-Man Fan Jam Show Halftime Trivia
of the world.
The game that challenges both the posse members and those watching the show. If you're watching the show, you will know that the questions will pop up here on the lower left corner during this part of the broadcast. Here's how we play. The contestants of the posse themselves, Trinity, Lil Mo, Will, and Dustin, and each of them will get 2 rounds of questions, 1 question each. During any of those first two rounds, you can take 1 wrong answer off of your question, but you can only do it once. After that, there's a halftime question, high-low, and it's worth 2 points for that, and whoever is tied after that will go into a top secret double probation overtime where the champion will be named of halftime trivia of the world.
Champion of the world. It's okay.
Something like that. All right. So, as Trinity is our guest, and we are perfect gentlemen with our guest, Trinity, would you like question 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the first round?
2.
Trinity's going with 2. Dustin?
1.
1. Lil Mo?
3.
And Will's going with 4. First round questions. Second round question. There are 3 questions usually about the Seahawks and the Dolphins. Mine's already up there. You can see it, so we'll just go with it. One of them will not be necessarily an easy question. It'll be a little odd.
None of them are.
None of them are. So, Trinity, Dustin, you are number 1, and your question is already up there. Surprise. When the Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 2004, oh, by the way, no Googling, no phone a friend, nothing like that.
Now you tell us.
Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 2004. How many times did both starting quarterbacks get sacked in that game? They both got sacked how many times? 1, 2, or 3?
Who was the Dolphins quarterback at that point?
Well, it was probably Hasselbeck for us. But
2004, probably Hasselbeck for us,
Oh,
and I'm going to guess.
4 was
it AJ Feely?
Feely. I do believe it was Feely.
Probably Feely. Feely.
Yeah.
Nothing more than Feely.
How about 2? I'll say
How about 2? They both got sacked twice? No.
Oh, wow.
Boo
All
both
right.
of them.
Trinity, here is your question. Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 2016. How many times did the Seahawks sack Ryan Tannehill in that game? 4, 5, or
Tanny.
6?
That's definitely not how you spell it.
I know.
Yeah, you got to leave out the Y.
It's a Tannehill,
Yeah,
but
you got to leave out the Y.
I call him Tannehill. Why?
They
Exactly.
sacked him in 16 5 times.
5 times. Looking for a divine there. You got it. Trinity's on the board. All right, Lil Mo, here you go.
Yes.
Set in Miami, how many seasons did the Golden Girls run on TV? 7, 8, or 9?
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it's in Miami. It's a Miami question.
Oh,
The
dear.
Golden Girls took place in Miami?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Wow.
I feel like Will would get
Right
this question
now,
right.
Matt
Will,
would
you know
be
this
loving-
answer, don't you?
Matt, who's not here, by the way, and he will be back, but he's just not here this week. He's on holiday. Like, he's on all the time. But anyway, Matt would love this commercial. This particular question. But
Will, you know this answer, don't you, Will? I know you do.
I don't know.
It's
Deadpool would know.
it's 8.
you'll pick 8?
Deadpool would know.
Yep.
It's 7. I'm sorry.
His katanas in the first movie were named after Golden Girls.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Will,
Why?
when the Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 1987, how many times did the Seahawks sack quarterback Kyle Mackey? Now, before your head starts
Was that a
running,
strike game?
that was
Because I've never heard of
a
this.
strike game. That was a strike game, so you'll never hear Kyle Mackey's name again, ever. But that was a strike game.
Man, good job, Will.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's managing a fat burger somewhere. I will say 2.
We'll say 2. It was 3.
Man,
Wow.
this is all about sacks tonight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Better to have bad sacks than
So-
no sacks at all.
Trinity's got a point. Dustin, Will, and Lil Mo, you have no point. But
I know.
Trinity, would you
Come on,
like
guys, we're embarrassing Moses here.
Trinity, would you like 5, 6, 7, or 8?
5.
All right, Dustin, 6, 7, 8.
6.
Lil Mo,
7.
7. Okay. Well, you're taking 8. Here we go.
I guess, yeah, but yeah.
Trinity has a point. Can she make it a 2-point lead? Let's see. When the Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 1996, who caught 2 touchdown passes in that game for the Seahawks? Was it Brian Blades, Joey Galloway, or Chris Warren?
Galloway.
Galloway. Or as I like to call him, Joey Go Away. But yeah, Joey Galloway. You got it.
Florida guys.
Oh, wow.
Trinity has 2 for 2. Dustin.
Uh-huh.
Miami's seaport is known as the busiest in the world for what kind of traffic? Fishing traffic, military traffic, or passenger traffic?
I'm gonna go a passenger too, because I bet there's a lot of Caribbean,
Caribbean errors.
No, what's the thing? Cruises.
Cruises, yeah.
Bunch of cruises. Yeah, I'm gonna go passenger.
All right. Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Dustin's on the board. Little Mo.
Now you would know it if it was military.
Yeah.
Little Mo.
Yeah.
Seahawks beat the Dolphins in 2020. How many times was Russell Wilson sacked in that game? 1, 2, or 3?
Take one away.
I'm going to take 1 away. It's either 2 or 3.
I think most Wilson got hurt. No, because Dominic can sue. Well, it's Russell Wilson, so 3, because he gets sacked all the time.
No, 2.
Oh, of course.
Will.
What?
The Seahawks played the Dolphins in 1977. How many touchdown passes did Bob Greasy throw in that game? The big old glasses. Bob Greasy with the big old...
Okay.
Horace Grant.
Bob Greasy with the big old glasses.
Okay. First off, how many of the Golden Girls were there at that game?
7, 8, or 9. No.
I didn't know there was that many.
Take 1 away.
I'm taking 3 away. It's either 1 or 2.
I'll go 2 again.
Hey. All right. So, Trinity with 2, Dustin and Will with 1, Little Mo with 0. But Little Mo, do not cry because it is time for the final question. All right, final question. We're 2 points. The order will go as follows. Little Mo will go first, and then Will go second, and then Dustin will go third, and then Trinity can go fourth. It's a number high-low. Whoever's closest without going over gets the 2 points.
42.
Okay.
If everybody's over, whoever's closest to the number gets the 2 points. And there is a chance for overtime. So,
Overtime question is how many Golden Girls can you name?
That's what it is. Again, Little Mo, Will, Dustin, and Trinity. Here is the final question, and we start with Little Mo. Little Mo, we're going to talk about that 72 Dolphins team that was perfect.
Ah, yes. Yep, I was there.
The perfect Dolphin team in 1972.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know how many touchdown passes Earl Morrall threw for the Dolphins in 1972. There were 2 quarterbacks, Bob Greasy and Earl Morrall. How many touchdown passes did Earl Morrall throw for the 72 Dolphins in that undefeated season?
15.
Little Mo says 15.
The way he said that, I was close. So I'm going to go one of them, being 1 for 1.
I forget who played the lion's share of those games, so
Yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
gonna, I'm just going to say 12.
You're going to say 12. 15, 12. Dustin.
Sorry, I muted my mic because I had to cough.
Okay.
Bitch.
How many touchdowns? I mean, that's not even a Seahawks question, dude.
In deference to our guest, Dustin. Now
All right. How many touchdowns did that dude throw before the Seahawks were in the league?
This is why you're not hosting. Right there.
Yeah. And what were the answers they said?
Yep. 15 and 12.
13.
13.
Yo, bitch.
12, 13, 15, Trinity.
Julio just hit another home run twice this game, just FYI.
Oh, wow. Good job.
He can leave third base.
So, everybody's got to remember that Bob Greasy got hurt approximately halfway through the season in 1972. Earl Morrall finished the season except for the last 2 games of the season. Bob Greasy did play in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Earl Morrall threw approximately 22 touchdowns, I believe.
Are you saying 22?
22.
22. 22, 15, 13, and 12. Earl Morrall for the 1972 perfect Dolphins. Through 11, which means Will, who is because everybody was over, he had 12.
Beat me.
Will is our champion for this week's 12
Ain't no one passing the 70s.
Hey, I was 5 years old.
I was
Trinity
won the damn football.
Got the Seahawk questions right. I got the Dolphin question right. You figure it out.
Oh, that's what this show's all about. Oh, congratulations, Will. Hard fought. Well done.
Thank you, Moses.
Yes, this has been another gut-wrenching, head-turning, snot-knocking, stomach-binding,
Vomit-inducing,
kicker-loving edition of your 12-Man Fan Jam show. 12-Man Fan Jam show halftime trivia
of the world.
All right, we come back. It's all about the Dolphins and the Seahawks. And a lot of information coming up, and that is coming up starting right after this. Don't you go changing.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
If there's a better use for the internet, I haven't found it.
Holy shit, it's the third quarter!
Yes, welcome to the second half of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show Dolphin Edition, episode 1206. We have Trinity, our Dolphin fan here. We have Will, we have Lil Mo, we have Dustin, we have Moses, myself. And we're going to talk now from this point forward about that game between your Seahawks and those Miami Dolphins. Game time, 4:05 p.m. on the East Coast, 1:05 on the West Coast. And in England, I don't know, probably 1978. We don't know. But Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The over-under's at 41.5. As we go into this part of our show, we like to talk about things that you might get you pumped up for the game coming up. And the first thing we would do is we get some information from Dr. Dustin, and we do our injury report with Dr. Dustin. Dr. Dustin, tell us the news.
Well, as everybody knows, nothing gets you more fired up for a game than injuries.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Get you
Start
hyped.
with the Dolphins.
Get jacked and pumped.
That's right.
Jesus.
You can start with the Dolphins. They don't have many injuries. They're looking pretty healthy overall. Aside, everybody knows what happened to Tua, and he's on their IR right now. But people that are not on the IR, wide receiver Grant DeBose, not sure how you say his name. He's out though. He has a shoulder injury. Doubtful. Wide receiver Malik Washington has a quadricep injury he's dealing with. And then running back Raheem Mostert has a chest injury. I guess his heart's not in it for this game. He's not going to play.
Oh.
Yeah, poor guy. And then the Seahawks, this is a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get comfortable, folks.
Yeah. So 2 players out for sure. Kind of regulars on this on the out designation. Nwosu's out, still dealing with that knee injury. And then George Fant is also out. He's not playing.
Bummer.
Yeah, good thing we brought him back. Doubtful to play. Unfortunately, Kenneth Walker again is doubtful. Still has that oblique injury. Again, I can't relate. You have to have stomach muscles to have an oblique injury, and I don't believe I have those.
I have nothing down. Yeah, I don't see anything, but
beer. It must
beer.
Hurt. It must hurt.
Nothing but pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, Jerome Baker, one of our starting linebackers, he's doubtful too. He's nursing a hamstring injury right now, which sucks.
Didn't he leave last game and not come back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Knight took over for him. Yeah. And then questionable players that we have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And impact players too, honestly. Derek Hall with a hip. He had a pretty impactful game last week, even though you won't see it on stat sheet like we talked about earlier. Boye Mafe hurt his knee late in that game last week.
Yeah,
he's questionable. Yep. Laviska Chenault. He's dealing with a foot injury. Our big return guy who's,
Eskridge 2.0.
We could have kept Eskridge for that.
Yeah.
No, he would have been on IR already. I mean, come on.
True.
Yeah. And our Pharaoh is still not boding well. Tight end Pharaoh Brown has a foot injury. And then safety Kevon Wallace is dealing with a shoulder injury. And so we'll see what happens there. All those guys are questionable.
Ooh,
Wow.
Well, here's good news. Tyler Lockett's not on the list anymore.
Yeah,
that is true.
Good.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true.
It's just a lot of people on that list for this early in the season is all.
Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Dustin. Appreciate
Physical football, brother. You know what I mean, brother?
I don't even know if you know whose voice you're impersonating
there. Don't worry. I watched the RNC. I know who he is. He's my favorite.
What? Okay. That's right. Hogan was there, wasn't he?
Oh my God.
Forget it. He's rolling.
We're getting out. Yeah. We're getting out of hand. Now, Trinity,
He's
you know
my
why we pick on him all the time. All right. So now we are going to move on. Statsman Mark, who's not with us, but is with us in
kidding.
In spirit, and he talks to me every week. We talk about the game, we talk about things, and he always gives us his picks. He's in Reno, which is like Vegas for people like Mark, and so we're going to go right now.
Biggest little city in the world.
Biggest little city in the world with Brick's picks. All right, Brick's picks, as he's named himself, Brick. Yeah. Last week he started at 1-2, and then he went 2-1. He said he went 0-3, but I'm looking at it. I think he went 1-2, so I'm going to give him 1-2. He's 3-3 right now. So he says he's going to rebound with these following picks. Browns at the Colts. Colts are favored by 1.5. He said that's not enough. Give the 1.5. The Colts are going to win.
Screw Deshaun Watson.
On the road, the Ravens -1 at how about them Cowboys? He said, nah, Ravens -1. They're going to win outright. And the Texans and Vikings are a home underdog against the Texans. Vikings, he says no. Vikings are going to cover 2 points. So, to recap, Colts -1.5. Ravens on the road -1. And the Vikings at home +2. So,
I'm disappointed that your news didn't have Deshaun Watson in it.
Yeah, I know.
What do you do this time?
More stuff.
More stuff's coming out. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's getting sued again.
Well, you guys can talk about that while we get ready to go to church. Yes, this is your Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity. How is everyone this evening?
Good.
Amazing.
Doing good.
Look at that. We got a stray sheep from the flock over there in Trinity. Trinity, God bless you for being here, Maryland. It's so good to see you.
Great in the Matrix.
Great in the Matrix. Well, my brethren, here we are standing proudly on the warm glow of Seahawk Positivity, and my church organist, Cleolanda. You know Cleolanda. She's so happy right now that she is no longer taking about half of her illegal medications that fill her with euphoria, like everyday Super Bowl 48. That's what she acts like. Unfortunately, though, there have been some signs of withdrawal from her not taking those medications much longer. I came into church this morning. She was curled up naked under the church organ, mumbling something about Pete Carroll and redemption. I don't know what that was. But I gave her a fifth of vodka and some day-old pizza, and she passed out like that, and she's been incapacitated ever since. So we just make sure she's breathing and she's doing fine. Friends, I do feel like getting a little church up in here. It's always great to start the season so strongly. However, as we move forward, we must stay focused on our many tests ahead, for we shall stay focused in the warm glow that is Seahawk Positivity. Leak from the book of the 2024 NFL season, chapter 3, verses 7 and 14. For there was much rejoicing in that land, and many praises that were sung. But as we have achieved perfection so far, it is those from the land of perfection that did come for us. From the land of oranges, and arose the fish who wished to end our perfection. But they were not prepared for our noise, and they were frightened and did swim back to the land of retirement and Gloria Estefan. shall defeat them in the name of Seahawk positivity. That's power. Do you feel the power, my friends, of Seahawk positivity? If you feel it, let's hear it. I'm in nice and loud.
I'm in. Go down
we're
and
all-
do that conga.
Somebody's in, we don't know. If you believe the power to give our defense the ability to make Skylar Thompson run and hide in SeaWorld, let's hear it. I'm in nice and loud.
I'm in.
I don't know if they still have those. Those poor little Dolphins. If you believe in the power to give our offense the ability to score more than Don Johnson at a Miami Vice reunion convention, let's hear it. I'm in nice and loud.
I'm in.
That's
I don't know.
the
I
power.
don't get it. Too
We're
old.
loud. We're loud and proud, my fellas. Miami Dolphins. The last time they won a playoff game, Tom Brady was riding a pine in New England, and Jay Fiedler was their quarterback. I'm just saying, that's a long time ago, but he was quite the fiddler on the roof. All right, this has been your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Church of Seahawk Positivity. Go forth, my brother. Go
Unsub.
forth, spread the good word of Seahawk positivity. Praise large and praise Walter Jones. Praise Kenneth Easley. Praise Cortez Kennedy. And as always, go Hawks. Coming up next, we have our predictions, playing balls, and prognostications.
Yep.
Your Seattle Seahawks and those Miami Dolphins right after this.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
It's the fourth quarter, bitches!
Yes, welcome to the fourth and final quarter of this episode. It's been a great episode. Dolphins episode 1206. Seahawks and Dolphins this Sunday at 4:05 p.m. on the East Coast, 1:05 on the West Coast, and in England, check your local listing. 1947. We don't know. Look at April. Oh, you're kidding.
She's so happy.
He's so happy.
Rosa's somewhere.
Rose is here, right here next to me, sound asleep.
My cat is running around because he's on crack.
Okay.
Back to you.
Dustin.
Well, stop feeding him crack.
Yeah, no doubt. Dustin, Kona, our
That's
12-man.
on you.
Kona, our original 12-man Fan Jam mascot.
She's hanging out downstairs.
All right.
She's not up here.
She hates you.
All right.
She's got things to do.
She does. It's like, let's nest. So this year, we do something different every time, and I try to do something different. And this year, I've decided to make a pizza based upon our opponent. All right, so the first ones, let me recap. I did a Denver omelet pizza, and it was pretty good, but the egg made it kind of really taste bad, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. Last week, I had beans on pizza because it was Boston, so we had baked bean pizza, 8 out of 10. I was very surprised. I expected that to suck. I will tell you, I told these guys that I warmed up the pizza before the show with the tuna in it because we're playing the Dolphins, so Dolphin safe tuna. And I had to close the top on this thing because the smell was quite pungent.
Bumblebee
So
tuna.
I'm now letting the top off.
Whoa.
All right, here
Going
is
topless, folks.
this is the tuna pizza.
This is a kid-friendly show.
This is the tuna pizza.
I don't know how we went last week playing, Gerard Mayo and not have any mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Because it's not Boston is not the Mayo City. It's
But the head coach is mayonnaise.
All right, here we go.
I have a feeling this will be one bite and done.
Yeah.
He likes it. Look at him.
Nah.
I can't see it.
I'm really
You like-
shocked. It's not. I'm not going to vomit it up.
Oh, good. Thank God.
It's not
good.
bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, just salt.
Oh, it's like
I'm waiting for the
anchovies.
after chef. Yeah. I'm going to give this a 7,
Wow.
and which is better than the egg pizza. But no, there it comes.
Oh,
Here it comes.
It's the aftertaste. It's the aftertaste.
It's like one of those drinks with that
Poor
after flavor.
4 out of 10. 4
Poor
out of
Sean.
10.
Poor Sean after this. She
Four-
ain't
four
kissing
out
you
of
in a
10.
week. Sean ain't kissing you in a week.
Oh God.
You got to smell that in your breath. Jeez. You better
Mercy.
brush your teeth.
That you talk about a kick. Jeez. I'm like, it's not bad. It's kind of good. And all of a sudden, whoa.
Whoa. No, it's not.
Does it taste like you just swam in the ocean and just drank all the ocean water?
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes that aftertaste gets you.
that's the worst aftertaste of anything I've ever had. Okay.
Absinthe does that
that's
to you.
hilarious.
Believe it or not.
Well, I
Absinthe?
recover. Huh? No, not
Yeah,
absinthe.
absinthe does that to you. You
Oh,
like
does it?
have so it tastes kind of like black licorice, right?
Mhm.
So if you
Oh,
just take a straight,
God.
if you have to just take like a straight shot of absinthe, you kind of get it and you're like, oh, it tastes a little bit like black licorice. And it's like a couple seconds later, it's like a bag of black licorice explodes in your mouth. Like, holy
Oh.
shit.
Uzo.
Yeah.
We learned so much on this
Uzo
show.
tastes like that.
Uzo?
Uzo.
Thing? We learned so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Great
Learning a lot.
bonding experience.
Hey, real quick, before
Hey,
I go to the Madden challenge with Lil Mo, I'm trying to think, when we were up visiting you one of these times, you mentioned to me at Domino's Pizza that you make that is like amazing. Do you remember?
Yes.
So tell us, what is, in your opinion, the best kept secret at Domino's Pizza?
Okay. So you get the Alfredo sauce,
Okay.
bacon,
Oh,
and cheddar cheese.
oh my God.
Check ad.
And it's got this really unique flavor to it. I don't know why, but it comes out. Oh God, it's just,
Alfredo
don't get me
sauce,
started. It's almost
cheddar cheese.
orgasmic.
cheddar cheese.
I'm too much of a pizza traditionalist. I can't do anything but red sauce on pizza.
I am so going to try that.
Use.
I'm so
Trust
going to
me.
try that.
Did we get a
White-
preview
No.
for next? No, I was gonna say, did we get a preview for next week's pizza?
Oh, no. Oh,
You-
wait.
You told us last time.
Yeah, next week is Detroit pizza, so I'm loving it.
Oh, boy.
No, but Trinity,
What kind of
I am definitely this Alfredo sauce, cheddar cheese, and
Tough
bacon.
game.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to definitely
Okay.
try it. But okay, now back to Little Mo. Little Mo simulates the game each week in his Little Mo Madden Challenge. All right, Little Mo,
Go.
how do we do this week?
Well, I'm just gonna say I would love to see Twitter after this.
All right.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
And actually, Tua was out, so Skylar Thompson was the starter. By the way,
All
he
right.
did it by
Mhm.
himself. I didn't do it.
The team is still fast.
Yeah. So game starts. The Dolphins get a 22-yard field goal, 3-0. Dolphins. Okay, cool. All right. Dolphins hit a 50-yard field goal, 6-0 to start the second quarter. Okay.
We got a good kicker.
Mhm.
Yep. The Dolphins intercept Geno Smith. Okay.
Ooh.
David Long Jr. with the interception. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
The Dolphins missed a 34-yard field goal, so it's still 6-0.
Don't
With
miss
3
that
minutes
close
to go
one.
in the second quarter. It's a real nice game going on.
Yeah.
Then the very next possession for the Seahawks, David Long Jr. with another interception. I swear.
Wow.
Holy
I can't make this
cow.
up. Then the Dolphins hit a 24-yard or 43-yard field goal to make it 9-0. 9-0. Dolphins at half. Man, a real snot knocker going on here.
I'm surprised that there's not more touchdowns than that. Dolphins are really good in
Yeah.
Madden. They're so fast, they're hard to stop.
Yeah, it's probably because of the quarterback.
No,
Dolphins with a
part of it.
5-yard touchdown pass to Raheem Mostert makes it 15-0 Dolphins.
Wow.
Thanks, Dustin.
Then the Dolphins intercept Geno Smith for a third time. Kendall Fuller with the interception. Jason Sanders' 42-yard field goal makes it 18-0. Keep in mind, it's only 18-0. Y'all have the ball like the whole game. David Long Jr. with his third interception of the game. I'm not kidding. I don't
Holy
even know
cow.
who this guy is.
Hey,
Third interception of the game to start the fourth quarter.
Oh,
The
my
Seahawks
pizza's
make
coming
a.
up.
Don't worry. The
got a
Seahawks
hat
hit
trick.
a 55-yard field goal. Don't worry. So now
What? Oh, you got to flex that jersey now.
it's 18-3. Let's get it. 18-3. Dolphins hit another field goal, 21-3, and that is the final score. So
Yikes.
So yeah, how many field goals was that? 1, 2, 3,
7.
4. Yeah, a lot. You
A
know,
lot.
yeah.
I'm not surprised. I figured that they would beat us on the Madden simulation. I'm just surprised it was all field goals.
Yeah.
'Cause, man,
Me too,
Yeah,
but
me too.
they were getting down. They were getting in the red zone. They just couldn't get it in. Pause. Anyways, passing stats. Skylar Thompson, 22 for 35, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions.
Wow.
Gino, 19 for 34, 197 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Wow.
The amount of
J
get
Hal.
the amount of get rid of Genos I would see the day after. Jesus.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert, 15 rushes for 40 yards. Achane just didn't play. Oh, is he hurt? Is Achane hurt?
No.
He just didn't play. So I don't.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't play. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Kenneth Walker, fifth. I don't know. Kenneth Walker, 15 for 58 yards. Receiving, Jalen Waddle had 8 for 99 yards. Tyreek Hill, 6 for 70 yards, and then DK Metcalf had 6 for 78 yards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one dude with 3 interceptions had more combined probably yards than our receiving yards than our guy.
Jerome Baker led the team in tackles, which it's not going to happen, obviously. So that's cool. David Long also led the Dolphins in tackles, as long with 3 interceptions.
Wow,
pretty good game for David Long Jr.
Yeah.
2 tackles for loss for Chandler Rosu. That won't happen. Tackle for loss for Byron Murphy, Jerron Reed, Lyndon Williams, Draymond Jones, and Tyrell Dodson. The whole team had tackle for losses, apparently. And then 3 interceptions for David Long Jr. and an interception for Kendall Fuller.
All right.
David Long Jr. All right.
4 interceptions, 21-3. Let's hope that's nothing that we see in this game for real.
I would hate to be on Twitter the next day.
I would too.
I hope so.
Yeah, you would.
I tell you what, I'll take that loss if we can beat Detroit the next week. That's fine.
That's a good point. Seahawks
or beat them both.
You beat them both.
There's that.
Seahawks 4.5-point favorites over at 41.5. We're going to start with our predictions. We're going to do Team 12, and then I'm going to ask Trinity for her prediction. But first, Team 12. Jose says, I'm going to say, he said 3+ without Tua. I asked if it was sacks or interceptions. He didn't get back to me. But 3, I'm guessing sacks, but he'll tell me. Game ball, Leonard Williams scored 27-17 Seahawks. Mike, Hawks 24, Finn 17. Game ball, JSN, prognostication, Hawks get 4 sacks. Chris, Seahawks 26, Dolphins 16. Game ball to DK. Prognostication, Myers hits a 50-yard plus field goal.
Woo.
Andy, Seattle 24, Finns 10. Game ball to Witherspoon. Seahawks defense scores. Jimmy, I think the Hawks want to and need to get back to running the ball. Hawks win 24-16. Prognostication, Hawks force 2 turnovers. Game ball, JSN. Carry. What? Seahawks give it my heart palpitations by going to overtime on game 2. Shocker. Alrighty then. Time to bring the Dolphins down. Seattle 24, Miami 10. Defense has 2 tackles for losses in the first quarter. Game ball to Boye Mafe and go Hawks. Trinity. It has been an absolute pleasure in having you on here. We'd like to go ahead and add your prediction to our predictions and see how you do. So we would like a score, a game ball, and a prognostication. It's all yours, ma'am.
So, Dolphins 21, Seahawks 20.
Oh.
It's going to be a tight game.
Knocker.
I see my game balls going to Achane. He's going to break
the running back.
Achane.
Oh,
Achane.
I got him.
He's going to break off an 80-yard from scrimmage run for a touch.
That is a bold decision.
Is that your prognostication?
That's my prognostication. Yeah.
Wow, 80-yard TD run.
Please tell me.
Guys, that happens, but it's called back by a holding penalty.
Please tell me we lose from a missed PAT. That's how we lost 20-21.
That would make him happy. Boom. Yeah. Thank you, Trinity. Statsman Mark on Team Posse, he sent me Seahawks 27-16, Woolen interception, game ball to
it's Woolen. Thank you.
Woolen, sorry, Metcalf. Maddie, who's not here, 24-16 Seahawks, game ball Lockett. Seahawks scored every quarter. All right, Lil Mo, what you got?
What's going on?
You want to give us a prognostication
Oh,
game ball?
yes.
Yeah.
Football. 31
Focus, boy.
31 to 20 Seahawks.
20.
Game ball to Jason.
Jason.
And then I'm gonna go with DeKalen Metcalf touchdown.
All right.
And yes, that's his real name. Look it up.
Yeah, it is. Dustin. Hi, Dustin.
Yep. Hey.
What do you got for us?
Well, obviously Seahawks, I'm going to say they're going to win. I'm going to say 27-17.
Okay.
I think that with all the speed on the Dolphins, the safeties, I'm guessing are going to have to play back a little bit. With that being said, I'm going to give some love to Julian Love. I'm going to say Love's going to end up with my game ball, and I think he's going to lead the team in tackles this week.
Interesting. Leads team in tackles and game ball.
Yep.
All right. Will. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm going to say Seahawks 27, Dolphins 21. My game ball goes to Leonard Williams because he's pretty much the only person in our front seven who's not banged up at the moment. And I'm going to predict that Seattle will get 2 or more interceptions in this game.
All right. Good. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn.
I mean, we could just end it.
Yeah, let's do mine.
And nobody says you have to go.
Nobody cares.
Normally,
Here we are, barely 10% into the NFC season, and already our Seahawks have jumped into the division lead by starting 2-0. This week is quite a challenge against the Miami tuna-safe Dolphins. Are they mammals? Are they fish? Do we care? Dolphins are led by head coach Mike McDaniel, who looks like the chicken in Chicken Little come to life. McDaniel is a very entertaining.
I love him. He's awesome.
As he acts very much like he won some sort of sweepstakes and is able to be coached for a week by guessing, the number of barbels in a jar or something. Their offense, no matter who is running it, is about as lethal as it gets when not running down the streets in high speeds in his car. Tyreek, take it to the man, Hill, is outrunning defenders in the end zone.
Oh, no. Canceled.
The Dolphins still have high hopes for a successful season, even without Tua. Please do the right thing. Tua Taga Louis Laba Boba Mama Baba.
Yep, you got it.
Nailed it.
I wish he was on the injury list for Dustin.
Tonga Baialoa.
Yeah, Tutubo Maga Shuki. Not
Dolphin
this week.
Dolphin Tua.
Not this week. Look for the Seahawks to take advantage of Skylar Thompson or whoever the fish have behind center. Throw him to the ground not once, not twice, but 3 times. Yes, 3 sacks. 3 sacks. Watch my game ball, Byron Murphy. Yeah, I went with Myron. As he's disruptive as a tuna net at SeaWorld. Oh, Trinity. We hate to be so inhospitable guests, but get out the beer batter, baby, because it is about time to have a fish fry. And we are going to squish the fish as the Seahawks win by a score of Seahawks 31, Dolphins 20. Book it.
Let it be booked.
Oh, what a show. What an amazing, wonderful, wonderful show that I ruined by eating tuna. But that being said, we want to thank everyone that was here on the show. Trinity, we hope you are able to at least come back at the first start of next week and talk about how this game went. We'd be excited to have you back maybe for the first couple quarters next week, win or lose, and we'll let you gloat a lot if you win. So it's been a pleasure having you on, Trinity Downing. It's been fantastic. Will, as always, wonderful. Lil Mo, Dustin, what can I say? My brother from another mother. All you guys.
All I get is Lil Mo. I don't get
Lil
nothing.
Mo, who is my son.
And then we move on. Clean your room.
Lil Mo's New Jersey. We've had so many things happen tonight. I ate tuna, and he's got a jersey that he hates. So, on behalf of those you see and those you don't, anyone who has anything to do with the show, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses saying until next weekend, as always, go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Yeah. Happy hunting tomorrow, Trinity.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
happy
for
hunting.
having me on.
Happy hunting, Trinity. And do not put tuna on your pizza.
I will not.
Duly noted.